So, what if you could run a seriously powerful AI, something like Llama 3, right on your own laptop? I mean, completely offline, totally private. Well, today, that's not just some far-off dream. It's actually surprisingly easy. Let's dive into this incredible tool called Ollama that literally puts a state-of-the-art AI right at your fingertips.
Until pretty recently, using powerful AI meant you were stuck. You had two choices, and honestly, neither was great. Option one, use a cloud service. Sure, it works, but you're sending your private data out there, you're paying for it over and over, and you're always bumping into usage limits. Option two, go full do-it-yourself. That meant hunting down crazy expensive GPUs and getting lost in a total nightmare of complex code and dependencies. It just wasn't practical for most people.
And that brings us perfectly to level 1 of our explainer, the foundation. We gotta understand the core problem that Ollama was built to solve, which is basically tearing down all those old barriers.
So at the heart of all this is the large language model, right? The LLM. The best way to think about an LLM is to just picture a gigantic file, and inside that file are billions, and I mean billions, of numbers. We call them weights. Now, these aren't random numbers. They represent all the patterns the AI learned by reading a huge chunk of the internet. It's not really thinking, but it's gotten scary good at predicting what word should come next.
And when I say gigantic, I am not kidding. A top-tier, full-precision model can easily be over 200 gigabytes. Just imagine trying to load that into your computer's memory. For most of us, that's a complete non-starter. This massive, massive size has been the #1 reason we couldn't just run AI on our own machines.
So, let's level up. Welcome to level 2, the magic. This is where we get into the really cool part. How Ollama takes that enormous 200 gigabyte file and somehow makes it practical for your laptop.
The secret sauce here is a technique called quantization. Here's an analogy I love. Think about a professional photographer. They shoot in this huge, uncompressed file format called RAW. Quantization is basically like converting that giant RAW photo into a high-quality JPEG. The file size shrinks down dramatically, but to the human eye, you can barely tell the difference in quality. It does the exact same thing to those billions of numbers in the model.
And check this out. This really shows you the insane impact. A model that starts out at a monstrous 140 gigabytes can be squeezed down to around 40 gigabytes, sometimes even smaller. All of a sudden, you're looking at something that can actually fit in the memory of a normal computer. It's a total game changer. Now, Ollama doesn't just shrink these models. It packages them up into a really neat format called gguf. You can just think of it as a special .zip file, made specifically for LLMs. It bundles everything you need, the compressed numbers, the instructions, all of it, into one clean, portable file.
Okay, but having a small file is one thing. You need an engine to actually run it. And this is where the powerhouse called llama.cpp comes in. It's written in C++, so it is incredibly fast and super efficient. The best part? It runs on pretty much anything. Your standard computer processor, an NVIDIA graphics card, even the Apple Silicon chips in new MacBooks. And it has this killer feature. If you run out of graphics card memory, it doesn't just crash. It intelligently spills over and starts using your regular system RAM. That is huge.
All right, on to level 3. Let's talk about the simple, but frankly brilliant blueprint behind Ollama. It all comes down to its client-server architecture.
I absolutely love this analogy. Think of it like a coffee shop. The Ollama server is the barista. It's just running silently in the background, managing all the different AI models and doing all the heavy lifting to brew the responses. The client? Well, that's you, the customer. When you type a command like Ollama run, you're basically walking up to the counter and placing an order. That request goes to the server, and the server gets to work.
Now, here's why this is so important. This whole setup isn't just for a chat in your terminal. By running a server, Ollama creates a local API, and that means any other app on your computer can talk to it. This transforms Ollama from just a cool tool into a powerful platform for building your own custom AI applications right on your machine.
Which brings us to level 4. Time to get your hands dirty. Let's walk through just how ridiculously simple it is to get your very first local AI up and running. It is literally 2 steps, no joke. First, you open your terminal and type Ollama pull llama 33. Think of this as downloading the AI's brain. It goes and grabs that GUGF file we talked about. Once that's done, you type Ollama run llama 33. And that's it. You are now having a live conversation with an advanced AI that's running 100% on your own computer. It's pretty wild.
And that finally brings us to level 5, which is my absolute favorite part, the creative spark.
This is where you stop being just a user of AI and start becoming a creator, shaping its personality, without needing any complex training at all.
The secret here is a little thing called a model file. And don't let the name intimidate you. It's just a simple text file. That's it. It's where you write down a recipe to create your own custom version of any of the base models you've downloaded.
So for example, look at this. You can write a system prompt that says something like, "It's a me, Mario. You are a helpful, energetic, and optimistic assistant. Always speak in Mario style. Mamma mia." You're basically giving the AI a character sheet, a role to play.
So once you've written up your Mario recipe in the model file, you run just one command, Ollama create Mario-F model file. This tells Ollama to take that base model, apply your instructions, and bake it into a brand new custom model that you've just named Mario.
And then the payoff. You just type Ollama run Mario, and suddenly you're not talking to a generic chatbot anymore. You're talking to Mario. And this simple little process unlocks just endless creative possibilities.
So as you start playing around with this, just keep a few little tips in mind. Be super clear and descriptive in that system prompt. Tell it exactly who it should be. It's also a good idea to set other parameters, like the creativity level, so you get consistent results. And of course, test your creation. See how it responds.
So when you boil it all down, what Ollama gives you is your very own personal AI sandbox. It's private because your data never ever leaves your computer. It's powerful because you're running these massive cutting-edge models, and it's endlessly creative thanks to how simple it is to use model files.
This really puts access to incredible AI technology into everybody's hands. So I guess the only real question left is, now that this power is in your hands, what are you going to create?